A Polk County, Florida teacher is under scrutiny after singing that particular song to her 6-year-old student, Legend. It was the child's birthday. The teacher and the entire class sang the original version of Happy Birthday. After singing the normal version, she asked the student, "Do you want to hear a funny song?" The student shook his head yes. The teacher immediately began singing that version of Happy Birthday. She recorded herself singing it and sent a video to the child's mother, thinking that she was doing a funny gesture. The child's mother immediately became infuriated, thinking the teacher was being R-word. She went straight to the school. She is demanding an apology. Yo, I'm curious, do you think this teacher was doing that out of a malice way, or was she being funny? I do want to note that the song came from the very popular children's movie Madagascar and Madagascar 2, which grossed billions combined between the two movies at the box office. But I can see where the parent thought that if she doesn't know where the song came from. Also, I question, did the teacher sing this to just this child, or has she sung it to every child in her class? Y'all, tell me what you think about this over in the comments.
Would you like the funny song now that I sang to you? Like this. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey. And you smell like what too.
As a mother of a little black boy, this is not okay. This is absolutely insulting. All the BLK kids just staring in disbelief like me. Imagine if your child was treated like this at school, and instead of just letting him enjoy his birthday, the teacher decides to sing him a second birthday song and then calls him a monkey. Do you know how that feels? Some people might say, "Oh, it's not that deep." But yes, it is that deep. Back in the day, our people were constantly compared to monkeys, our features were mocked, and that history still carries pain. So when someone says that to my child, it's not just a joke. It's disrespect, it's harmful, and it shows they don't even realize the weight of their words. And this is why I tell other black parents, be careful about sending your kids to predominantly white schools. Because things like this happen and our babies end up being the ones hurt. It's not okay, and it's something we cannot keep ignoring.
I don't think this is racist at all. Now, we can all agree with the political climate and tensions that are high right now. Maybe this was a little distasteful, but not racist. Now, I don't know if some of y'all have been living under a rock for all your life, but I'm 33, okay? I was born in 1992, and I had this sung to me by my parents. I sang this to other kids regardless of race. It was never, ever a racist song. In fact, there's multiple iterations of this. There's one that says, "You look like a pickled onion and you smell like one too." I mean, freaking Madagascar. Madagascar came out in 2005, and they used this song.
Happy birthday to you. You live
in
a zoo.
You
look like a monkey. And
smell like
one too.
I really honestly believe that this teacher was not trying to be disrespectful or racist or anything. In fact, when she said, "Hey, do you want to hear a funny song?" and one of the kids said, "Oh yeah," because they've heard it before, because she probably sings it to every single kid when their birthday comes around.
Posted on TikTok. Anyone that saw this video and was offended by it, I really had no bad intention with the video that I posted. We all saw the same fuckery, right? We all saw the same stupid ass parody that this girl, Natalie Rainans, tried to do, and then proceed to do an apology video talking about that she wasn't trying to offend. It wasn't a racial thing. She was just trying to do a parody to something funny. But it wasn't something funny. It was something educational that a teacher literally took the time to make, to do, to express to her kids the freaking importance of nobody touching your private parts. It was an educational moment, and this girl just took it as something to try to be funny. A lot of people commented on this original post and said, but the wig, the outfit, she goes, the wig wasn't intentional. I knew it was a nappy wig. You knew what you were doing, baby girl. You knew what you were doing. Not everything is something for you to remake and try to be funny. Things that are supposed to be for our kids, educational, try to teach them things, because in this world, is so fucking sad that these are the things that we have to teach. It shouldn't be made into something funny. It shouldn't. Let me know if you guys think the same thing, because this whole thing is insane. Drop your comments in the comment section.
Body safety. One day, the words in a body safety song could be the only thing that saves your child. I'm Dr. Angela, forensic psychologist. Now, when you or teacher sings it loudly, it fires up the amygdala, which is the guard dog in the brain, to take the safety rule very seriously. The hippocampus, to wise out, the librarian remembers the words and context so it can calm the guard dog if there's no real danger. And the vagus nerve, the body's calming pathway, slows the heart, steadies the breath, and keeps them from freezing. Now, when all three work together, your child can act fast and stay calm. That's brain science in action. So, sing, be loud and proud with your child, and dance while you're at it. You're not just teaching a song, you're building a safety reflex.
To sing. There's a teacher on TikTok who made up a song for her students about how nobody should be touching their private parts. I'm going to tag her below because I personally love it. But there are people who don't like the song, don't like the teacher, think she's being too aggressive, and there's people making fun of her on the internet for doing this. The song is about like where their private parts are, that nobody should touch them, nobody should feel them, nobody should squeeze them, and if anybody was ever going to do that, they would tell their mother, they would tell their father, they would tell their teacher, and they would call the police. It teaches kids to say no and to feel empowered to say no, and if somebody does something to them, to feel empowered to tell somebody. And people are like, well, she sounds too aggressive. Do you not believe that that is an aggressive situation? If somebody tries to touch your private parts without your consent, you don't feel like you should be maybe aggressive in that situation? And this woman has an accent, and there are people on TikTok making parody videos of her about this, and there's absolutely nothing funny about it. Absolutely nothing funny about it. What she's doing, it should be taught in every single
Phrases like, you know those people who use these phrases like no offense followed by something very offensive, or with all due respect followed by something very disrespectful? Well, it hit close to home yesterday. My niece, who's starting her freshman year at a new school in Pennsylvania, moving from the Bronx, was in class, and her teacher goes on to tell a story about how one of his students, they were in Africa, and they realized how many kids don't have bicycles in Africa and how much of a privilege it is here in America. So then immediately after that sentence, he looks over to my niece and he's like, Chloe, I'm not bullying you, but are there bikes in the Bronx? Like, do kids have bikes in the Bronx? Which is an absurd question to ask any 13-year-old kid. Like, that's ridiculous. And she's innocent. She doesn't know where he's going. So she's like, yeah, of course there's bikes. There's e-bikes also. There's a lot of e-bikes. You can rent them. You can drop them off, like whatever. So in a condescending way, he's like, oh, e-bikes. Interesting. Well, what about you? Did you grow up with a bicycle? My niece is half black, half Puerto Rican. So she looks more a question. And she's like, of course I had a bike. And he was just dumbfounded. He was like, oh, because, in the Bronx, a lot of kids are living in poverty. And, you're so lucky to be in this school. You're so lucky that it was just inappropriate. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please tell me in the comments. Let me know if I'm not bugging out, because I'm about to drive to that school and go crazy, because that is completely inappropriate. And then he ends the conversation by saying, oh, Chloe, just to let you know, I'm not bullying you. Like, why do you, the moment you feel the need to reassure someone that you're not doing something,
Weird enough, I actually had a teacher who was really, really like this. Like, she'll say good morning in a different way to the white girls, mixed race girls, and light-skinned girls. So when they come into the class in the morning, good morning, gorgeous Annabelle, good morning, pretty Belinda, good morning, whatever. But as soon as a darker-skinned girl comes along, of course, I'm waiting for you to be like, oh, good morning, pretty Deborah. I never got that. Instead, I was like, I got the, oh, can you not say good morning? You see me standing here right in front of you, you can't say good morning. You have an attitude this morning. I have to keep an eye on you today. And it'll be a quick switch. And then the person after me could be a lighter skinned girl and it'll be like, are you okay, honey? Are you alright? Sorry about that. Her attitude this morning made me shout. Sorry if I gave you a little bit of a fright. And I would just see it as, you know what? You're a wicked person. You're a horrible person. But one day,
one day you're gonna get it. That's what I used to think as a kid, but it's very true. We're the numbers, like it is this. If you touch my private spot, I would tell my mommy, I would tell my daddy, I would tell my teacher. If you touch my private spot, I don't even know if the song go exactly like that in that order. But this song is gonna help so many people and children. Okay? I love it. I love everything about it. I watched it 3 times with my daughter already. And it's not just about your daughters. Watch it with your sons as well. Little boys need to know. This lady don't know how God really just used her. When I tell you this song is perfect, it's in my repost, guys. Please go back and watch it. And definitely watch it with your children. Watch it and come back and tell me, what do y'all think about this? I mean, it is amazing. And it is doing numbers. Like, it is viral. Like, it is really out there. So I know a lot of people are sharing it and getting it out there. This is what we needed. You know what I'm saying? We need more teachers like her. But I'm guaranteed they're going to say they can't do it in the schools. You know what I'm saying? Over here, you can't do it that way. You know, that'll be wrong. No, we don't do that. Blah, blah, blah. It's too much. It's not too much. Okay? It's what we need.
Good morning, and I welcome you back to the Black Eye. You know, this where we use the black lens to look at various things that affect black people in diaspora and globally at large. You know, we have been looking at how different races interact with black people, and today it's very unfortunate that the students specifically from the black race, they're going through hell. You know, before I jump into conclusion, let me share my thoughts as I'm waiting you to give your sincere thoughts on what you think about these unfortunate instances. The first instance, where the 6-year-old boy was supposed to enjoy his birthday, but it turned to be the worst. You know, the mother of the boy shared her thoughts, saying that the boy said he would remain traumatized better part of his life. What do you think? What do you think of the unfortunate instance? I remember when I was doing my final year examination in that was high school. My mathematics teacher told us jokingly that I know you will be scared on how you will handle the papers, you know, and he told us that he will try to wear outfit that we are familiar to. He will try to wear the shirt, the tie, and the trouser that we are used to, and he will be seated somewhere outside the examination room. When we will face some difficulties, we will set our eyes on him, and somehow we will recall what he has been teaching us in class. Wow. I never get it at the time, but as time goes by, I came to realize